Oh my gosh.
Fundamentals.
We would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has to be.
More. I mean,
has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
Man, I'm gonna get real theological on y'all. I think we're all a little soft and misunderstood. I'll just be real honest.
Episode 139, Pub Sports Talk, coming at you live. It's Coach Teacher himself, me, Dr. Tim Farner, coming from the phone, having to grind from the mud this week. But you're a good husband, man. Good husband. Husband of the year.
Ben,
When the
I
wife
knew that.
uses a laptop. Yeah. Preacher man Fitzsimmons joined us from Pastoral College there. And the one, the only, Mr. James from House United App State, baby.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Hey.
That's more of an introduction than I deserve. I appreciate that.
Hey, you're a humble man, dude. And, for watchers and listeners who don't know, House United, like, you have been crushing it with App State merchandise and apparel, and watchers can look at the replica jerseys you guys going on, which is, it's amazing to make any college jersey or any jersey a replica and have like the university stand behind it. But the quality of your product, and you're able to put people's last name on there, and it's like, man, you are crushing it right now, and I just love to see it. I know you're going to talk about, you got basketball coming and baseball jerseys. All the jerseys are coming. You've got some athlete signature lines. I know our boy Meach, who's been on here a few times, had his line through you, and Cam Peoples too. But people who don't know about House United, tell them about it, James.
All right. Well, House United is the best way I can put it is a way for us to be able to try and ensure that we have a full engagement and support for our student athletes. I founded it based on that because we saw not only what was happening at Appalachian State, but other universities where athletic programs were being cut. And so that hurt my heart a lot. And at the same time, there were some other things going on in the world. I thought, why in the world are we so divided about most any and every topic? It seemed at the time. And so in 2020, I founded House United, which was to be the antithesis of House Divided. We've seen those flags, those tags, and I thought we need to come together, and this would be a great way to do that. So what we do on the surface is sell Appalachian State licensed apparel, and we started out with T-shirts and hoodies, sweatshirts, other items, and I committed from the very beginning that what would help make this different on the surface is committing to donating 20% of all sales, App State sales, to the Yosef Club and the athletic student athletic fund. So we want to make sure that half is met too. So the engagement is, one, people get to buy great merch, or at least I think that is great, but I could be drinking the Kool-Aid, and then on the other side, they're helping us send money over to support our student athletes. And of course, the engagement through social media, through our tailgates, getting people to come by and say hi, meeting with student athletes when we have them at our tailgates. Tyson Fernandez, one of my OGs, him and his wife, Gabby, come and hang out. We had Armani Edwards, the GOAT, come and hang out with us last season. So that was really cool, as well as some others. So that's what it's about, creating engagement, not only with the fans, but also with the student athletes in a different way. We see them on the field, and it's hard a lot of times to make a real connection. And that's what we're trying to do as well, bridge that gap. And we're going to begin to work even more so with our student athletes and our future leaders and future collegiate athletes, where they're going to begin to talk and meet with high school student athletes that have the dream and the aspiration to go to that next level, whether it's D1, D2, 3, et cetera, and help give them some knowledge, wisdom, experience on what their journey has been like to help prepare them and get them ready to make that next leap.
Dude, that is so awesome and cool because T-shirt companies and apparel companies are a dime a dozen here, but like for you to give back that 20% and then to set up for future success with these future athletes, my hat's off to you. You're doing it right, man. This is awesome, and it's really cool to watch.
I appreciate it. It's an absolute, people say a labor of love, and it really is. It's passion. I love Appalachian State. originally from the area. I grew up on Grandfather Mountain, and through my journey in time, of course, realized that is the only place that I really ever want to be. And my wife, I've told her she's got 12 years left as an educator. When she retires, we're heading back up the mountain. It's done. So looking forward to getting back on a permanent basis. But yeah, it's really every day, eat, sleep, think, everything I can do to not only grow House United, but more importantly, again, it's all about the student athlete and the fans.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Is House United like your full-time career right now?
I would love for it to be. It is not quite there yet. We're working on that. There are, of course, plans to make it go there. And the more that we are able to see the success on the merchandise side, that would help support me being able to make this a full-time gig all the time. But yeah, not quite yet.
Hey, I hear you. How big's the team at House United? Because I see everything like you. Yeah, I mean, you guys did DeMar Hamlin shirts and gave back to his charity. Like,
yeah,
you guys are pumping out shirts and new apparel left and right. It seems. I feel like this got to be a big operation, but maybe it's just 5 or 10 of you guys. Just hey, we're grinding this thing out because it's your passion.
There's actually three of us: me, myself, and I.
Hey, what a trooper, man! That's grit. That's right there. That's grit.
I appreciate it. Actually, I'm looking to add someone here pretty soon on a part-time basis. So they'll definitely be a big and instrumental help on our marketing side to help us have a more clean, consistent message on our social media and our other communications. And so I'm excited to bring him on. I don't want to get too much into the details yet until we're ready to announce that. But it's, I think, someone that everyone would be really excited about because you've possibly seen some work that they've done with a team that was local to Boone as well.
Ooh, you're giving all the teasers, all the tickling right now. Just dipping the toe in. I like it. I'm here for it. I can't wait for that announcement. It's going to be awesome. Let's talk about just your process to get licensed jersey because I feel like when you told me this when we were going back and forth on Instagram, I was just like, that's wild because I feel like, we talked about it's a long, long process. I feel like a lot of people, they either stop or they get told no so many times. They just tuck the tail and run. Yeah. You were consistent. You grinded it out through the process. How was that for you going through App State and getting these licensed apparel?
So, licensed apparel, we started in 2020. Again, it's that most anyone, I guess, if you guys wanted to do it, you could do it. You set up whatever company, organization, however you want to do that. And there's a agency that handles Appalachian State's licensing, and you go through them, set everything up, and then from there, just follow the process, right? You submit your designs, artwork, and samples, so that way they can give the proper approvals before everything goes out for sale. And so that's just a typical licensing setup, as it would be in most any other licensed business or structure. And that's really what I've done on that end and worked very, very hard to receive the opportunity that we have with the replica jerseys. Building up the following, a lot of people are very, very passionate about what we're doing. And I think I'm not one to pat myself on the back. I'm really not. I think it was just very, very fortunate that Appalachian State had a need. They saw that there obviously were other, not only schools, but conferences that were entering the NIL arena. And they obviously need to be in it, and they want to be in it. And we want to be the champion for them to win the day and help not only Appalachian State, but again, more importantly, our student athletes, because they'll receive a percentage of the sales, again, using their name, image, and likeness. And so, yeah, I was excited when presented the opportunity. I said yes right away and got to work right away, because when we'd already developed the fan replica jersey, and that was actually a very, very fortunate, another very fortunate situation where David Larkin's father and I had some conversation, and we were able to start making the plans to move forward on those. When I think Appalachian State saw we were able to produce a really great product and at a great price, by the way, because I don't know if you guys have been pricing jerseys. I see the Worms jersey on the back wall. but jerseys typically you're looking at $100 or more. We do our best to help the athlete get the money that they deserve, but at the same time, not price it so high that the consumer feels as though that it's more than what they should pay. So we want to be fair on that as well. And so we're at a great price on a really awesome product. Yes, football's out, basketball is out. We have the two jerseys, the home white with the Mountaineer signature. I love that. But
So
also
clean.
equally, I really love the alt away jersey that they have, that carbon graphite gray, which is super clean. And so we have both of those. Softball is getting ready to drop. By the way, softball starts in just a matter of 3 days, less now, I guess. But they'll be starting up as well as baseball. So we're excited to add those two.
Man, this is awesome. I'm a big jersey guy. I feel like every episode I try to break out a new jersey or something. And I love it. And you're absolutely right. Like I look online, and to find an App State jersey, you're gonna have to go through China through a sketchy website to get this white jersey.
Yeah.
You know, the book club only sells the black one, and they run out so quick, and it's only one number. But like, yours is $65, $70. Like you can't beat this, and it's just quality stuff. I've seen it walking around campus. It's like you're absolutely right. You're keeping it at a low price, and you're still putting money in these student athletes' pockets, that's a win-win for everybody. That's
And by the way, when you buy one of our replica jerseys, actually, when you buy all of the replica jerseys that we sell, you're not only supporting this local alumnus, so you're supporting local business, you're supporting an alumnus, you're also supporting two local businesses really domestically, because we are working again with Make Headlines to help get these produced and sold. And they're out of Ohio, so we're excited to work with them. And so you're not just supporting student athletes, you're supporting the whole entire Appalachian State family.
That's what it's all about. Rolling ears, baby. I love it. Now I've got to ask, personal favorite for you, all-time App State jersey, no matter the sport. What's your favorite?
No matter the sport?
No matter the sport.
I got to say Dexter Coakley.
Clean, yeah.
Yeah, he was between him or John Settle, who I was fortunate to meet John when I was in high school. I'm aging myself now, but Dexter I have yet to meet. But growing up a huge Dallas Cowboys fan, please don't hold that against me. Got to say Dexter, because he got to play for the Cowboys and he did a phenomenal job. He was an absolute beast at App State, and he crushed it in the pros too. But yeah, Dexter's my man.
That's solid answer all around there. Boys,
Give me Sam Martin for mine.
Yeah, I love Sam too.
Big South special teamer of the year. Just punting bombs. That was the highlight of our days.
Dismissal to the sky, baby.
It's really tough. That is a hard question to ask.
Yeah.
Because we've had so many phenomenal athletes at Appalachian State, not only in football, but across multiple sports. And so it's really, really tough to narrow that down. And again, the reason I hedged to Dexter is because of my fandom of the Cowboys, and finally getting to see an Appalachian State alumnus play there. It was awesome.
I can't imagine. That's like Akeem Davis for me. I'm a Bengals guy. And so when he got drafted to the Bengals, I'm like, let's go. And now he's making amazing plays on defense and special teams. I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
It's cool when you're seeing them rep from black and gold to now your favorite league color. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I'm gonna jump in with a question. I think it's cool that just watching House United get started here, and you're talking about the 20% back to the university, and then trying to work with students and get some clout with Armani and some people like that. I'm wondering if, like, down the line, once you sell your boatload of jerseys, because we know that's going to happen, and once your wife's done teaching out in Grandfather Mountain, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, when do you guys find, or in the process, do you keep eyes on some space on King Street, and then you've just got like a store going with it, or is it? I mean, I'm sure it's way easier to do like all this online, but I wonder, like, you know, if that connection with the campus is gonna like kind of make this thing big, it just makes you
100%.
wonder what might that look like if there's an or maybe if it's not a store, maybe like where's that location of where they're gonna interact too.
So that is a fantastic question. It has already been in my mind for quite a long time. I already have the location picked out. Whether or not I'll be able to actually acquire that location is going to be a challenge in and of itself. It'll all be about a lot of timing and a lot of money. It would not be on King Street. That I can tell you.
Okay. Why not? I'm just curious.
Well, one, space. And here's why.
Yeah.
When we open retail, it's not going to be a place that you just come and shop. House United will be
it's true.
House United will be an experiential brick and mortar retail space where you get to come in. You will have that opportunity to meet student athletes. We want to invite coaches in to have talks, clinics, meet and greets, what have you. But what I really would love to do is have these student athletes engage with their fans, not even just on an autograph signing. Let's say somebody thinks, I can hit a softball. Okay, great. We've got Sejal Nice, one of our House United family members, that is a pitcher for Appalachian State softball. Do you really think you can touch her fastball? Can you really touch her curve? Because I have a feeling that a lot of people, not everybody, some might be able to, but a lot of people are going to struggle. So, hey, why not set up a nice little BP session for fans that want to come out and see if they can hit an App State softball pitcher's fastball.
That's awesome.
With baseball, maybe have a little 3-on-3 contest with some basketball players and some guys that are still living the glory days, or maybe even still in high school. They think they can play with Donovan Gregory and the guys. Well, okay, come on out. Let's run a 3-on-3 tournament with App State basketball, or even the ladies too. Get Janae Sanders out there. Can you guard her? That would be a fantastic environment that occasionally fans are able to come out and not only just meet, a lot of people, they're heroes, and get to know them and experience what they do.
Man, that's so cool. And a place like App is just the perfect. That's just the perfect place for it. Like your passion for Boone and App is kind of married to this town and this culture that it is very much like a family atmosphere, and we take pride in that. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I know family can be cliche for a lot of people, but it is absolutely 100% not a cliche. It means everything to me. It's God first, family, and family can not only include my wife and children, but these student athletes, they are my family. I'll call them, text with them every now and then, see how things are going, ask them how their studies are going in their lives personally, because I fanboy a little bit with them. I'm really kind of very envious of what they get to do, man. They're playing a sport that they love at a very high level at a university that I love. So, man, I remember when I started at Appalachian State, and I was a late bloomer, not until after I was out of the Navy and spent some years working. And I actually thought, man, I'm going to try and walk on to the football team. And my body is glad that I didn't do it, because those guys would have beaten me to death. And so, but still envious and a little bit of jealousy in a way that they're able to do what they do. And so just love being around them and watching them succeed.
That's what it's all about. Absolutely. Tim, any question for James here?
Yeah, I got a question or two, but first I want to point out that, we have had a lot of athletes on the podcast, and most of them, when asked, if you fulfill all your dreams, what would your goals be? And most of them say, giving back, coaching, giving back to the program. I think what you've done is really solidified an avenue for some of those players to actually do that. So kudos to you. I think this is awesome.
Thank you.
So playing off that, I'm curious if, how much impact this may have had already, or maybe in the future, on like recruiting. So for example, if I'm being recruited by App State for football, and they come and there's a jersey, a replica jersey of App State with my name on it, I'm already getting hyped. So like, is that is that something that maybe in the works, or is like maybe in the future there's some possibilities there? What are your thoughts?
I hope so that there's an impact. Given, I think, a need for a clear, delineated line of separation between an organization like us and the university, so that there's not any type of impropriety when it comes to recruiting, so that it's not a pay for play or anything like that, right? Hopefully we make an impact and we grow to a point with not only House United, but those jerseys, that the student athletes see that. They see an opportunity for them to take advantage of NIL, not only with House United, but local businesses also, and that helps them feel good about the App State decision. That said, I hope and I pray that their decision is so much more weighted on the more important aspects of being a student athlete. Obviously, first and foremost, they're a student getting a world-class education in a place that they love to be, in an environment they would love to see themselves living for 4 years or possibly more. And then also, the athletics, the right program, making sure those are primary is always paramount. But doesn't hurt when you've got hopefully some NIL opportunities like this that they can see. And I know that there are some coaches I've talked to have mentioned that they get the question about NIL. What kind of opportunities are out there for me? It's there. It's, some can call the 800-pound gorilla in the room or whatever. So yeah, colleges, universities have to be prepared for it. I think that's why App State talked to me about it, and I'm grateful that they did.
That's cool.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that is a tricky line to kind of toe and make sure that no lines are crossed. But going back to the fundamentals, student athlete, student first, I like that. And real quick, just another question. So I got to talk about Meech here.
Yeah, man.
I see. So like, I don't know what your thoughts are. What if you did something like, you honor Meech with the App State jersey, but what if you also have like a lineage line where you have like a Lions Meech jersey? Now I know that's a whole can of worms with the NFL, but do you see something like that maybe for these players who, go on to the next level, and an App State player or alumni still want to kind of give them homage?
That is an absolutely fantastic question. And by the way, we do have Meech product on our website, houseunitedsports.com. I would love to add more to that. And the connection with the Lions does make that cumbersome. So we'd have to work with them in a way, sure that we need to pay some royalties to the Lions for use of their intellectual property. That said, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. I do want to tease you a little bit, if you don't mind, about the Legends collection, which we are going to be launching with a replica jersey for a former student athlete at Appalachian State. That will be dropping sometime soon at the appropriate time, so that we can time that out justly. They were a football player. So if you can I don't know if you can read between the lines, you might be able to. I'm not saying anything directly.
Does
some plausible deniability, if I may.
yeah.
But yeah, the Legends jersey, Legends collection will be starting very, very soon.
Did this player maybe walk into, let's say, a big house and maybe take it over?
He is familiar with big houses.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Very familiar with very big houses and the deconstruction of such.
I got goosebumps. You can't see it right now, but this is awesome.
Any more than that, and they're going to probably kill me for letting out top secret information. So I better shut up.
That's right. Throw away the key. I love it. James, man, thank you so much for hopping on. Is there anything else you want to tell the people what to look for? Hey, you got $200 in your pocket. This is what you're buying right here.
That's tough because, again, I drink the Kool-Aid, but mainly, you know, I'm designing this stuff and
Yeah.
along with other people. And I should say that's another difference. And I really want to point this out. We are not just, you know, a company or an organization that just creates stuff and pops it out. We just released a fleece jacket. Why? Because a fan said, "Hey, I'd really like to have this." I said, "Okay, I'd love to gift it to you because, you know, you've been great to us. You've purchased from us quite a bit, and I just want to give this to you. So let me do it for you." Turned out fantastic. We released it, and we've had some purchases on it, and I'm super grateful for that. We've had other fans that have contributed ideas and suggestions to our product lines, and that's what it's about. It's hearing the voice of the fans so that what we're doing is actually fan driven, not just a company that, you know, has a check mark on your chest or what have you, that just pump stuff out because they think that's what you should be wearing. And again, we're giving back in a way that other companies aren't. So there's a major difference between us and other companies that want you to buy their sports apparel. As far as if I were to point someone towards some certain items, definitely look into our student athlete branded apparel. Again, we have Sajal Neese. We have a lot of other football players. We had Thomas Hennigan. He is still technically a part of the House United family. Cam Peebles, got some Nate Noel stuff, and Karan White. I love his t-shirts, what we did for him. And got another really great design idea for him that we want to release within the next few months too. So those guys, Addison Beam for golfers, we're going to be dropping some sweet Addison Beam polos. He is a fantastic golfer on the golf team. I look for some huge things from him this season. He's been playing really well. So those guys, and again, the replica jerseys, we absolutely love those. And they're custom. No one else does custom.
No.
Okay. Especially at this price. You're not going to get customization at this price. So if you want to wear the 14 with your name on the back, you can do that. If you want to wear the 14 with another name,
Mountaineer Mama.
yeah. Hey, nicknames are fine. I'm up for nicknames. He hate me. Okay. I would love somebody. Please, somebody order that. I would love for somebody to order a He Hate Me custom jersey. I love that guy. So yeah, anything like that would be fantastic. Of course, within reason, profanity, anything like that, we're going to automatically come back and see if we can get something a little better. But they're custom. You can get the athletes, or it can be blank, right? We want to be here to service all of our Appalachian State alumni and make you guys happy. We want you proud, because I know that I am. When I see other people wearing Appalachian State gear, and it drives my wife insane. I want to talk to them. I want to see where they're from, what class, what are you doing? Do you go to games? Are you a Yosef Club member? Because if you're not, I want to talk to you about how you can join. All those kinds of things. In fact, so much to the point, hold on a second, let me get one of these. We have this fun little tag game, right? You see this, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hide that because it's got a discount code on it. So yeah, I just realized that. So this is a tag, right? And it's a car magnet. And what we're doing is sending these out with orders and handing them out where I can. And so what we want alumni to do is tag each other. Use that discount code, save some money at houseunitedsports.com. Make us send 20% over to the Student Athletic Fund, and then take that magnet and tag somebody with it. It'd be great if, just randomly people are just throwing these car magnets on other cars, or you hand it off to somebody, say, here, go save 15%, or whatever the percentage happens to be, because we'll change that from time to time. You never know. We might actually have a 50% off discount, but the only way to find out is by going in to houseunitedsports.com and using the discount code.
I love it. That's great marketing. Great promo right there. Cut. I love it. That's awesome, James. Hey, I can't thank you enough for hopping on, and watch the listeners, go check them out right now. House United App State, I believe, is the Instagram handle, and
and our Twitter is House United 2. So go check that out as well, and houseunitedsports.com.
Perfect. Cool. James, thank you again, man, and have a wonderful week. And we'll definitely be in touch. And hey, that order might come in for He Hate Me. Better watch out.
Man, please, I would so love to see that. But guys, thank you so much. I love what you guys do. I really do. I enjoy listening to you guys. It's a lot of fun, and keep up the great work, man. I'm definitely going to keep following you guys. Love to see you guys absolutely blow up.
Yeah, likewise, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, James.
Thank you, James.
Hey, let's do it together. Let's get
That's right.
Let's get Luke Combs. I was begging for Luke Combs not too long ago. We'll get Luke Combs on here. I challenge Luke.
Man.
I think I can actually beat him in shotgunning a beer. So if he thinks he's got the cojones to come on and try, then by all means, Luke, bring it on.
That's the intro. You just hit my promo for me, James. I love it. That's awesome.
All right.
Hey, have a great night, James.
You too,
Thanks,
guys.
man.
Take care. God bless.
Hey, you too.
Yeah.
Man, just amazing products from him and just an amazing company. I can't wait to see where he continues to grow that.
Yeah, little teaser of a merger.
Yeah, I can't
between the pub and it's just interesting.
Yeah,
I just love App State. Again, Tim, I was just kudos on the question. Just
great question.
All the players we interview and how they want to give back. Yeah, there's opportunity for sure. Yeah,
he's definitely providing it, and I think for the future, like if we do have athletes on, I think we definitely need to name drop them and say, hey, balls in your court, like these avenues are available. So.
I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, and we've had Cam on, we've had T. Henney on, we've had Meech on and stuff, and it's just been. If we can continue to grow that and to help push them into this, like that's just something that's even better just for that student athlete and then for James and House United too, which is this is awesome thing. I can't wait.
He said T. Henney, you can't help but smile. It's just like those are our boys, Cato and you just picture Cato and T. Henney. They're attached at the hip.
But yeah, they did 3 episodes with us together. I love it. Hey, well, let's move into it. Let's talk a little NBA, something we've neglected recently, and we got to talk about
LBJ.
a guy who I necessarily don't like, but
what?
I know it's surprising. I don't like King James.
He's the chosen one.
You got to give props where props due. LeBron James gets the scoring title. He passes Kareem, and this is hats off to him. I think it's really cool. There's a lot of speculation he's going to do it against the Bucks, and there was odds like he's going to do it against the Bucks, and a little ahead of schedule. He's a game ahead of schedule here. And he's all-time scoring leader. And I know he was kind of pissed about being left off the pure scoring list, the top 5 or top 3. But he's all-time score leader. He is. You can't take that away from him. You can't take away I hate to admit it, the king title of scoring for him. I'm not saying he's the GOAT. Don't get my words twisted. But hats off to LeBron James here.
I was only slightly disappointed. I either wanted, what if he had scored on a sky hook, just like total control of the situation. Like I'm gonna make sure my bucket is the sky hook. Or I mean, more realistically, is what would be the most iconic LeBron James point to score on, and maybe if it would have been a dunk, or a drive to the lane with a hard finish, just something that would have kind of embodied LeBron. But it was a nice jumper to do the record on, and of course just the fact that he got the record. I'm more sentimental than maybe Hacky is, just that this guy being the chosen one and so much pressure coming into the league, and he's exceeded, or he's lived up to those expectations, exceeded those expectations where the ceiling was ridiculously high. So yeah, I am curious that if we're finally giving LeBron his just we're recognizing now. But there's always going to be haters out there, unfortunately. But yeah, hats off to King James.
Tim?
Yeah, I kind of equate this to, for a long time growing up, I hated Tom Brady. I was like, man, I'm sick of this guy just winning all the time. Like, I just hate him. And then eventually you get to the point where you're like, shoot, I want to see how far he can go. Like, all right, I'm kind of pulling for him. I feel like I'm kind of at that point now with LeBron. Like, up to this point, especially young LeBron, couldn't care for him. Like, the Pistons ran through the Cavaliers when he was first starting out. And
I just love
but-
the Detroit digs in there, Tim.
but now it's like, now I'm drawing interest where I was kind of like rooting against LeBron for some reason all these years, but I'm kind of seeing the turn similar to where it was Brady, where it was like, shoot, like, when are we going to see this again? Like, go, just keep going. Like, I want to see how far you go. So I'm all for it. I'm not like, getting crazy and a crazy LeBron fan now, but shoot, go get it, man.
He does this in 20 seasons compared to Kareem's 21 seasons. So he's a season ahead of Kareem, and it seems like he's not stopping anytime soon. He wants to play till Bronny's in the league, and that's another 2 years. So this number is going to be – he could be up to 40,000 by the time he retires. He's at 38,000 right now, 380. Like the only person I think that might have a chance to catch him, Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And he's at 20,000. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's still got a long time to go.
He's got that 3-point shot, though.
That is true. Yeah. He's getting 3 instead of 2. But, no, I hate to be cliche, and especially LeBron ad, but we're witnesses, right? We've all witnessed greatness through his entire time here as an 18-year-old coming in the league. And, like, all right, this guy, he's got a lot of pressure. He's supposed to be the next MJ, supposed to be the next face of the league. And he's absolutely done that. He's ran with it. No matter how much I want to point the finger, laugh at him for making the super teams and stuff, but I gotta give him his flowers. He deserves.
No, you know who
flowers.
created the super teams? Your Celtics, Hacky. Don't even.
They were old. They were
even
old and
diss,
washed. Old
bro.
and washed.
Don't even diss.
We just took 3 old men and said, "Let's hoop." That's all we did. It's like good
I don't know.
YMCA.
I don't know about
It's
that.
blue collar.
I think y'all opened the floodgates.
Yeah, we probably did.
The Celtics walked so Miami could run. That's my take.
Paul Pierce
You're not wrong.
crapped his pants.
He was dying of a heart attack. Okay, the man went to
Lamar
death,
Jackson.
came back. It was like
Oh,
the Key and
man.
Peele skill, where he's getting lit off the pitch. Let's stay with NBA. Let's talk about probably someone also not on my all-time favorite list here. Kyrie, man. He burns another bridge in Brooklyn.
Rightly so.
He gets traded to the Mavs. It just seems like Kyrie will never be happy no matter where he's at. I feel like eventually he's going to run out of options here. And he's a one hell of a basketball player. The talent's there. Injuries got in his way, and he's gotten in his own way a few times with the Earth's flat and then the COVID, not getting the vaccine, that type of stuff. Wherever your stance is with that. But I just think he's a shitty teammate. Like, I just don't think he's happy anywhere he's going to be. And we're seeing it. He was at Cleveland with LeBron. Okay, nope, I want out. Then, let's create the super team in Brooklyn. Nope, I want out. Or let's go to Boston. Sorry, he went to Boston firsthand, then Brooklyn, and now he's with the Mavs. He's going to run out of options. And I think Luka is going to be like, fuck this guy, get him out of here by 2 seasons length. That's just my take. What's your all's opinion?
My take is Mavs should have never got rid of Jalen Brunson after he put on in the playoffs. I mean, that we were talking about him during the postseason, just putting on. And are they going to give him the bag? And I don't know. Just Kyrie is not. I don't think he's necessarily going to help. I mean, yeah, it excites you a little bit, like, oh, like there's a name of a guy, but I think Brunson was kind of their guy, and that there's another piece that could have fit in there. They could have gotten a star with Jalen Brunson and Luka. And I think people are kind of in that camp. I don't think people think Kyrie's going to add much to this.
Yeah. Which is like 5 years ago, you rewind the clock and you're like, oh, Kyrie and Luka, like, this is going to be awesome. Now you got to take Luka to, like, you got to see the future and where Luka's going to be. But like, you would shit your pants. Like, this is a trade you would make in NBA 2K. And like,
the only thing
is
is this a Mark Cuban move? Like, I did, and that's the only thing that makes it a little interesting is purely because of Shark Tank.
You made a
I
deal.
don't know. Just like what is Cuban scheming right now?
Tim, what's your thoughts here?
I don't know, man. I put Kyrie in the same bucket as you would put like James Harden of like,
Hmm.
he's going to be in the highlight reel. But your team's also going to be, almost getting drugged through the mud some nights in the newspapers because some off the court stuff. And
Yeah.
call me old fashioned, I don't care how great of a player you are. At some point, you got to say this is hurting the team versus helping. I don't know how many games he's missed over the last 3 or 4 years, mostly due to injuries, but during the COVID section when he couldn't really play in New York. I mean, he's for the amount of money that he wants or he can get, I just don't see it. I don't see it as a net positive for a team. And as soon as I saw him going to the Mavs, I was kind of disappointed because, like you, Parker, I don't think he's going to make it. I think him and Luka are going to butt heads a lot, and it's not even going to. At that point, who do you go with? You go with Luka, right? You have to go with Luka if
Yeah.
it comes down to it. So where's the vagabond going to go next? The Trailblazers. Okay, I don't know. Like, and another season or two, we're going to be talking about Kyrie going somewhere else. It's going to be just the same Groundhog Day. It's like the same thing. It's
Yeah.
getting old, kind of. Yeah.
And I remember when he was at Duke, and everybody was like, "This could be the next LeBron. He could be the next like face of the league." And it's just he's done it to himself. He shot himself in the foot. All right, let's move into football. It's Super Bowl week, boys. It's
Let's go.
prime rib esque. Before we get there, we're talking about a quarterback, then some Hall of Fame,
mother-
and then the Super Bowl. Come on, you should have seen it coming, right?
Teasers.
You
That's all I
edgelord.
Oh my god. All right, let's talk about one young Derek Carr. Rumors are he's going to New Orleans. He's going to be a Saint. The more I think about this move, the more I like it. Yes, I know Tim's a big Jameis Winston, all on the Winston train. I like he balled out in the Pro Bowl with flag football. I know how that sounds, but he played good. He played well. New Orleans needs a quarterback. It's obviously not going to be Hill. They've never trusted Hill to run it. Winston coming back from that injury. There's a lot of interceptions. Who knows? Carr to New Orleans makes a lot of sense. It kind of reminds me of Drew Brees kind of getting a resurgence in his career. Thoughts on this?
Gosh, no.
No, you don't think so?
Carr's like he's getting up there. He's kind of in the Kirk Cousins camp of just I don't know if he's quite the answer for a franchise. And I think Kirk's proven himself a little bit more reliable. I don't know. I think it's worth it. I think it's a great idea for the Saints in the sense of I think they need this to shake things up a bit. I don't think they're getting it done with Hill or Winston. So, for them, I think that would be a smart move. But I'm not hopeful that there's going to be much out of it.
Okay. Sam?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's got the no trade clause, and they had to seemingly jump through a couple hoops for the Raiders to kind of give him the okay, I think, if I read the headlines right. So it sounds like he's just kind of getting that feelers. I don't know if it makes the best sense for the Saints. I mean, because he's going to have a pretty hefty bill, I'd imagine. So, I mean, at this point, why don't you just ride the red rifle and maybe draft a younger quarterback and kind of get someone on a younger contract? I don't know. I'm kind of pulling for him after he was burned to ashes in Las Vegas. I want to see him rise back harder and stronger. So,
Yeah.
see where that is. True Phoenix.
And I guess you guys are right. Drew Brees was like 27, 28 when he was traded. Carr's 31. He's got a little more wear on the tires. But you got to think Brees was dead in the water. He had the labrum surgery, and people didn't think he was going to be able to throw the ball very well. I like this move if New Orleans pulls a trigger because, okay, yeah, you got the red rifle. I'm a big Ginger fan, big red rifle guy. But I think Derek Carr's better. I think it's a better person to get a young quarterback underneath and to kind of learn how to do things the right way. That's just my take. Who knows? Just watch out, Carr to Saints. I think he can make some headway, but I also said that with Baker to Carolina. So what the fuck do I know at this point? All right. Let's move into the Hall of Fame class, 2028. This might be the greatest Hall of Fame class to date.
We said this last year, didn't we?
You get the GOAT. You get J.J. Watt. And now you get A.J. Green. Come on. Look at that. That's a big three to lead a class. Now, they're the first three to announce their retirement. Obviously, the big one, major one. A.J. Green, right? Like, amazing wide receiver. Cincinnati being – no, I'm just kidding. Tom Brady, like, any class that goes on Tom Brady, it's like that's arguably one of the greatest. J.J. Watt there, A.J. Green. Like, these three alone make it amazing. But then we talk about next year's class or the 2027 class with, like, Adrian Peterson and Ben Roethlisberger, Roethlisberger, sorry, Eric Weddle, Rob Gronkowski, Richard Sherman. Like some of those names are not going to be on that ballot, and they're going to get bumped to the 2028. And it's now you got guys like Dante Hightower, Jimmy Graham. I'm trying to look in the middle toward bottom here. Maybe even Cam Newton, Gerald McCoy. Like those names, along with these three. I think you have an argument to say that might be the greatest Hall of Fame class.
I think that's a reach.
Yeah.
I think that's a reach. Yeah. And I don't know my Hall of Fame classes super well. I just know at the end of like the 90s, kind of entering the 2000s, there were a lot of guys kind of retiring at the same time. Like, I think Jerry Rice retired and then came back. But Rice and Emmett, I think they were around the same time where they hung it up. There's just it'd just be hard to look at. I'd have to look at more data, but I'm not buying it. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
But I think it's an interesting point. Maybe I have to do some more research here.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Fitz on this one. Like those are players that I kind of grew up watching, so I get it. I just feel like I don't know enough to know previous players who I didn't grow up watching and just have kind of seen highlights. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hell of a class, but I don't know enough to say, yeah, I think this is the top of the top dog.
Or I think like Barry Sanders and Lawrence Taylor were close to the same time. Like that would be one, like arguably the greatest defensive player and the greatest running back in the same class. I don't know if they're the same class. I know they're close.
So they're not the same class because I started researching this a little bit.
Okay.
Let me give you the Bleacher Report top 3 classes.
Okay, there we go.
Teach us something, coach, teacher. Here we go.
Class of 2010. You got Russ Grimm, guard, linebacker Ricky Jackson, Dick LeBeau, Floyd Little, John Randall, Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith. John Randall, Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith. Probably
called Rice and Smith. Did I not? Let's go.
That's class of 2010. Those 3 names, probably the biggest names out of that. Dick LeBeau had a great career too on defense side of the ball.
What about our guy Michael Irvin? They take shit from me.
Class of 71, highlighted by Jim Brown, Bill Hewitt, T. Frank Bruiser Canard, Coach Vince Lombardi, Andy Rubitzel, Ye White Tittle, Norm Van Brooklyn. So Jim Brown,
Jim Brown and Lombardi is kind of
Lombardi.
Cool.
Those are cool, right? Class of 71. The number 1 ranked on Bleacher Report, class of 93. Dan Fouts, Larry Little, Chuck Noll, Walter Payton, Coach Walsh.
Oh,
great coaches, great minds. That's a good class too. That's a strong class.
Yeah.
this class, man. I don't know.
They're good. Yeah, Brady definitely helps.
He elevates it,
He
and so does JJ Watt.
Watt does too. Yeah, you're talking one of the best defensive ends. You know, that's a great case, Hacky. I'm glad you did the research.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, coach teacher.
I don't usually get Fitz's approval, but when I do, it just feels good. It just feels right. Feels good. All right.
Hey, take that shit from me. As a champion.
I'll win on every level.
That's the best part of that
Yeah.
speech. On
Every level. It's a youth league. Every level. Okay. Let's talk about the Super Bowl, man. Let's dive into it. Let's go to Phoenix or Glendale, Arizona. Let's talk about it. Chiefs, Eagles, over on set 51. Philadelphia 1.5 is the favorite. Usually the underdog story. Mahomes, Hurts. Maybe that Super Bowl story doesn't do enough. Maybe you need to write a script better. Maybe you want the Kels Bowl. With the wrong graphic right there. You don't like brother versus brother. You don't like a good Civil War story. That's fine. What if we take you to the Super Reed Bowl? Coach Reed leading the charge, huh? His former team taking on his current team. Great storylines here. The NFL wrote this script beautifully. I'm still on my bullshit. But honestly, though, pick'ems have been close. Tim, you're in the lead. Not coming home with you, though.
Was anyone surprised? I mean, let's be honest.
Fitz is 2 behind us, and I'm 1 behind. It's close. So here's what we do. We do it every year, right? If we don't like it, we can change it. All right. But Super Bowl pick worth 2, correct score or closest score gets an extra additional pick.
Nice. I like it.
We go with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, Tim, you're in the lead. Former Pick'ems champion. I didn't get screwed. I was a first seed coaching, and we had to go to 11th seed to go kick their ass in the playoffs. That didn't make no sense. So, you as the 1 seed, you as top dog. Do you want to go first, second, or third?
I already had my pick. I just don't have my score down pat yet, so I will actually defer.
There you go.
All right. Well, it's me as the 2 seed. Fitz, I'm going to make you go.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's like golf. Or maybe it's the opposite of golf. But whatever. I respect y'all's lead. That's what I'm trying to say. Man, I think I just got to follow my gut here because I think the spread is ridiculous. I think you could have the Eagles by 5.5. I think it could be. I think it could be even higher. What's the old saying? I mean, good teams win, great teams cover, and the Eagles have just been the kings of covering all year. So I'm gonna follow my gut. I think Philly's defense shows up. I'm going to say Eagles 38, Chiefs 27.
11. So now, do you think it's going to be a close game at all, or you think Philadelphia kind of
I
takes the lead?
think Philly's going to take the lead. I think we flirt with a Chiefs comeback, but it doesn't happen.
Man, I like it. Tim, you ready to go? Or you want me to go?
After you, sir.
Philadelphia is the better team on paper. I think there's no argument there. Their defense has been rolling. They're the kings of covering, as Fitz said. They got one thing going against them, though. The team in white has been the winner in 10 out of 11 Super Bowls. This is Mahomes. This is the AFC champs. The league's darling is the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. Taking KC. They're going to win.
I
38. 31. 38, 31.
It's like Price is Right. I just got outbid. Should
All right, big time Timmy
I'm going Philadelphia. And I'm going, let's go 28-24 Philly. I think it's going to be a tighter game. I think particularly with Philly's defense. I think they're going to give old Patty Mahomes a run for his money. So
You son of a bitch.
I don't
I
know
like
if they
that
break
story.
30 points, but I'm going
Yeah.
28-24.
Because I look at the over, I'm like, do we hit the over? And then I get swept up in the emotions, and I'm say 38-31.
Mhm.
Man, well, we're sticking with it. It's lucky 69, so it's a good number. But hey, that's our picks. Watch those listeners. Let us know how right, how wrong we are, how dead we are when it comes to these bets. But I feel good. I feel confident in these picks, especially mine, because Chiefs win. The cup comes home to daddy. Let's keep that
Tim,
in
did
mind.
you take the Chiefs or the Eagles?
I pick the Eagles, sir.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just making sure.
It's Red Kingdom over here. Let's go. All right.
Wait, you picked the Chiefs, and then
I picked
you
the
picked the
Eagles.
Eagles.
I
Okay.
picked the Eagles. I picked the Eagles fairly by a lot. By 11.
Yeah.
38-27.
Give them 11 points. So
Damn, son.
You got to lay it on the table sometimes. Just compare it, you know? Hey.
hey.
Hey,
Parlay. God damn it. Put parlay time. We were one game off. We almost hit. It's the stupid ass Pistons that ruined it.
damn it.
My college picks have been flawless.
Dude, they've been money. Like
I'm the
yours
new
hit,
Jay Gray.
Duke beat UNC. And I'm like, we made it. And I looked, I was like, oh no, the Pistons. Let's wait. And then sure enough. But that's all right.
My
Move on to
hockey
that.
picks have been great, but I couldn't pick hockey last week.
I called
week you
India
can.
taking down #1 Purdue. I mean, like, what else do you want from me? What do you want?
Are you not entertained? All right. Let's do it, boys. Let's make
Oh, God.
some big time money. And I'm gonna start us off. I'm taking Chiefs money. No, I'm just kidding. All right. We want Saturday, Sunday, Friday. What do we want?
We're going Saturday because I'm reaching in my bag.
I can't look at. Someone's gonna have to run through the Saturday NHL games for me because I don't have my laptop.
Pull 'em
So
up.
appreciate you.
I got you, Tim. You want me to read you right now?
Are the Canes playing?
Canes are at
They
home
got
against the Rangers.
The Rangers. Ooh, and we beat the Rangers at the Rangers. What time is
7-5
the
at
game?
home. 7
Okay.
o'clock prime time.
Uh,
Rangers
do-
are also 14-5 away though.
Yeah. Do the Canes play Friday or Thursday night away?
No,
Anyone?
You get Saturday. That's all you get.
Oh no! I'm just saying, like the Canes, if they're coming from an away
Oh, yeah.
game,
Oh,
you know, they might not be fresh.
No Friday game.
Thursday.
No Thursday. I don't see.
No
it.
Okay.
Thursday. We're fresh,
All right.
baby.
Give me the Canes beating the Rangers Saturday night.
Let's do it.
So you always got to look
Rangers
at
got
a
to
few
play
games
Friday
ahead. You know?
too. So
Oh yeah. Where are they playing Friday?
they got the Kraken.
They're Are they playing in Seattle?
No, they're playing New York.
Oh,
Yo, that would be brutal. You would hammer, like, put the mortgage on Canes if they're trying
Yeah,
from the West
really.
Coast.
thanks.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
So
man.
Saturday, Canes money line. Fitz, what do you get?
I'm reaching my bag again. Knock on wood. Been money
Need
with
that
my
bag,
college
homie.
picks. I am taking Bruce Pearl and Auburn, upsetting #3 Alabama on Saturday.
Ooh,
You've been the king of upsets. Now they're in a tight one with Vandy right now, 60-6. Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
Every time you say Bruce Pearl, I think of Tennessee. It's just
Yeah, I know, and he's at Auburn now, which is weird.
It's so weird. Yeah,
No,
Auburn money line.
it's tough.
wow.
It's tough, but that's my pick.
We got a new sip of death over here.
Tell you, I'm the new Jay Gray.
#3, man. Boys, this is tough, man.
The Draft of Doom. Trying to think. Like Quibi. Can't think of it.
I don't know what Tim just said.
Tim, you just doodle bobbed so hard.
Wait, did I lose you guys?
Yeah, all right, we can hear you now, but you're like, I got the
Oh,
Doom.
I was saying, I was trying to find the equivalent of Evan's Sip of Death, and I was like, the Draft of Doom. I'm trying to, I don't know what equates to like Evan's, like, upset pick alert. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it.
We'll come up with it. It's a work in progress.
Oh man.
Fits his fresh feeling.
In his
Oh,
pants.
Got a feeling. All right.
All right.
We
What
got
you got?
hockey. We got men's basketball. I'm going women's basketball. I'm going with a team that has burned me more times than not. But every time they burn me, I get right back on it. Maybe it's because the name Mountaineer. Maybe it's because the gold in their colors. I don't know. Give me West Virginia women's basketball team to upset number 21 Iowa State at home. They're 9-2 at home. Iowa State's 3-4 on the road. I just feel confident. I feel good. How many women's hoops have I watched? 0. How many times has West Virginia paid money in my pocket this season? 0. But this is the week it puts money in all our pockets, baby. Can't miss parlay. Let's hit it.
Man, they played in January at Iowa State, and Iowa State won by 20.
Oh,
It's a different ball game. It's a different month.
Okay.
you gotta have faith.
Oh no, dude! This is a bad pick. I'm just my alarms are going off.
Sometimes we have bad picks. I had a bad pick last week. Now, it may not be the case for Parker. We may be fine. Let's just play it out.
Okay.
Look, everything's scripted. The Mountaineers are going to win this script.
Okay.
They wrote it. The Ghostwriters have chimed in. All right.
It's gonna be close. If they win, it's gonna be like a buzzer beater. It's gonna
I'm
be
here
really
for it.
close.
That's all I need. I just
But
need to
hey,
win.
that'd be great odds. So
We're doing it. Canes, Auburn, West Virginia. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's the money line picks. All right. Random question. Fitz had a great idea. Hogwarts Legacy is getting dropped here in 2 days? The 10th? Is that right?
people are playing it right now.
People are playing right now. That's true.
Yeah, it dropped
Which-
yesterday.
Just realize it's bullshit. If you don't have Xbox X or S, you have to wait till April to play this. And so now this really gives me a good excuse just to upgrade my Xbox. So sorry,
Get a
Claudia.
PS5.
There you go.
I just don't think I can do PlayStations. I don't know.
Please.
Ever since Halo, I just couldn't do it. All right. So Fitz had a great idea. Asked my wife some great Hogwarts Legacy-esque questions, some Harry Potter random questions. She gave us 3.
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
All right, Claudia.
All right.
Love
So
it.
question 1. What would your Patronus be and why? So, little Patronus, they cast it. It shouts light. It's like their spirit animal runs out from their wand.
Mhm.
What would your Patronus be?
I got mine. I think we did this, or we did like a spirit animal thing.
Mm-hmm.
A question before. Jay Gray gave me, or maybe it was Tim. I think I had Jay Gray. So Tim, you gave me golden retriever, I think, and I thought that was pretty good.
Did I?
One of you, it was one of y'all, because we did each other's.
Mm.
Someone
We
gave
did
me
do each
retriever, I think.
Shoot. Now I got to go back and watch that. Can't remember what we
I
did.
can't remember, but I was retriever, in it, just showing loyalty and faithfulness, companionship, and I thought that was pretty spot on.
That's pretty good. That's a good one.
This is a tough one for me. I don't know. Part of me wants to go something like mythical. Are there mythical Patronus, or is it just like pretty strand? Like,
I
am I
mean-
just like a?
Dumbledore's is a phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think mine would be a centaur.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Got a lot of legs. It can do a lot of damage, but part man. So I mean, yeah, I can talk with them. You can talk with your Patronus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can summon him, and then you can ride the Patronus if you need to. It's all making sense. Claudia Centaur.
my god.
Oh my god! I don't think that's how it goes, but we're gonna let it ride for today. I think a gorilla would be cool. Just like beats their chest and like kind of runs off. I'm here for it. I'd be there for the animations of it. All right, question 2: if you had to make a Horcrux, what would it be? So the thing that you'd put part of your soul into, and if it died,
Not who I would kill.
not who you would kill.
Just kidding. If I had to kill somebody, no, just kidding. My item, man, it's weird because like, Tom Riddle used little trinkets, like little prized items, and you almost wonder if you just used like an everyday item, that'd be like less susceptible. Like the fact that you use as valuable things. Like if I'm trying to hide something,
Like the
but
door
then
handle.
also you do kind of want that sentimental value. Like I do want, I want that trophy. That's the language used in book 6. Spoilers.
Tim's pissed.
I'm like looking around my house. I'm thinking if someone thinks of something else.
Mine's gonna
Go
be
ahead,
that Joe Burrow signed helmet right there. I'm gonna put part of my soul in it.
Nice. I like that.
Part of my ACL
pretty.
too.
I'm gonna. Oh, I don't know which one yet.
He's looking at cards.
That's exactly.
No,
That's brilliant, honestly.
no, it's not a card. I'm looking at.
It's his damn rocks.
It's not right. I like this one here. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's kind of a smoky quartz, but it's got like a little hint of rose in it. But there's also these little lines of iron that you can see that's just from staining. I like this one. I'll put my soul in here.
Okay, I like it.
Goes back
That's how
in the pile.
Claudia was like,
Bucket.
"Is he really collecting rocks?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's really collecting rocks."
Look at this bucket. This is just a bucket hanging out by me. Look at all these things. Rock, dude.
But isn't it neat? Look at all this neat stuff. It's nature. Rocks rock. All right, go ahead, Fitz.
Oh man, I was trying to think of what's a movie in my DVD collection that no one would ever open, that no one would ever watch.
Fever Pitch.
Oh man, I like that movie. both of them. There's the English one with Colin Firth, and there's the Jimmy Fallon one.
Jimmy Fallon one.
Both great. Colin Firth one slept on. Somehow the American Fever Pitch hijacked it for some reason. But you know what? I know what it is. And I don't know if this is a good idea, but it was a DVD I threw away because I was like, I'm never going to watch this again. And I don't do that often, but I was literally just that disappointed in it. Problem is someone's going to find it. It's Rookie of the Year, the baseball movie.
Oh, man.
I just thought that was a joke of a movie.
You put your soul in that?
I'd put my soul. No, you see, that's the thing is you can't put it in something shitty. That's the dilemmas. I don't want someone to find it, but I can't put it.
I mean,
in something
put it
shitty.
in a rock. There's a whole bucket of rocks. Who's gonna find that? You know?
Oh my god.
Oh man, I'm
All
still thinking. Hit me with the next question because I
Third and final
got
question.
nothing.
Would you put your name in the Goblet of Fire so you could go on to the Tri-Wizard tournament?
What year am I?
Shouldn't say.
Am I old enough or am I underage?
And what is encompassed in this tournament? Is it to the death?
You have no.
People do
you
die.
are bound. You are bound to the contract, so you have to go in if it picks you.
And there's
And
only
you don't
one person
and you don't
that
know
wins?
what you face. You face like 3 daunting tasks, and you have no idea what they are. But if you win eternal glory.
A vampire died.
Hell yeah, sign me up. I mean, I got part of my soul in a rock. What am I gonna do? Like, yeah, okay, I'm doing it.
I'm with you. I'm all in. I'm putting my name in there once a day.
I get my centaur going. We're gonna be riding in whatever maze or me and my centaur. We're gonna be doing things in that journey.
Like it.
Yeah, it's not as easy for me. I would have to weigh the pros and cons a bit. I haven't even figured out where I'm putting my soul yet. So I mean,
What the
that's
hell?
part of the problem.
This is why Fitz is gonna live longer than me and you, Tim.
Yeah.
I would actually, it's not really a spectator sport either. That's the disappointing thing is the Tri-Reza tournament. You would think like, oh, I'll just enjoy it. I'll just watch people perform. But then they're thrown in like a hedge maze, or we're gonna go underwater for 30 minutes. Like, so I think with that, it's like just like not like not knowing that I'm gonna get a good view might. But I think I'll take the risk. I'd rather watch it. I'd rather be in the stands watching and rooting people on.
Absolutely. Babe, thanks for the questions. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great, Claudia. I need to rewatch Harry Potter because I realize I know nothing about it.
Well, just come over. Well, we watch it all the time around here.
All right, I'll bring the beer.
Yeah, one of us. Hey, great episode. Go support James and House United. I think it's awesome what he's doing, and I'm definitely going to order a He Hate Me jersey now. Might be a basketball, might be a baseball. I'm a big baseball guy. Like, loving a good baseball jersey. You can wear it with a hoodie, you can wear it with no shirt underneath. Big baseball jersey guy. Slide a little around, get a little sneak peek, put it back. I'm just kidding. Hey, go support him, support us, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
Ado, Lily, after all this time.
Always.
Oh my
There
God.
you go. I knew
We
someone
would-
was gonna get it.
We would be
There
the
we
bad
go.
boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it.
Are we going to acknowledge
Joey
that Devin and
Chestnut
Matt are
has to be on
dead?
the pub.
Oh,
Has to be.
R.I.P.
I
to
mean-
Devin and Matt.
Has to be.
Dramatic, man.
And Jenny at this
Man,
point.
I'm gonna
He's
get
dead
real
too.
logical on y'all.
Oh, we
I
didn't
think
say
we're
it.
all a little soft and misunderstood. I'll just be real honest.
They always take the good ones young. Always. I even texted Devin, sent him a Bugs Bunny gif. Didn't reply.
Oh yeah.
I'm hurt. Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no.